everyone. I made this presentation to help educate myself and other people on the Black Lives Matter movement. I also wanted to support and love those who have been affected by the racism and to honor who have died due to racial injustice. So I would like to ask to all of the people who watched this video, have you ever wondered about the history behind the Black Lives Matter movement? If it's yes, you should keep watching this presentation till the end. So let's check it out. The Black Lives Matter movement is an international activist movement originating in the African American community. There are many goals in this movement is trying to accomplish. First, the BLM campaigns against violence and systematic racism toward black people. They regularly hold protests speaking out against police killings of black people as well as broader issues including racial profiling, police brutality, and lastly, racial inequality in the United States criminal justice system. Now that we know what problem the BLM is trying to solve, so let's take a look at how it got started. In 2013, the movement began with the use of the hashtag Black Lives Matter on social media after the acquittal of George Zimmerman in the shooting death of African American Tim Trayvon Martin in February 2012. The movement was co-founded by three black community organizers, Alicia Garza, Patricia Collars, and Opal Tometi. They began to question how they were going to respond to what they saw as the devolution of black lives after Zimmerman acquittal. Garza wrote a Facebook post titled A Love Note to Black People, in which she said Our lives matter, Black Lives Matter. Later, Collars replied hashtag Black Lives Matter, and then Tometi added her support, and Black Lives Matter was born as an online campaign. So please note that as I go through a timeline of events, I am only able to cover a small portion of events and people who were involved in the BLM movement. In 2014, Black Lives Matter demonstrated against the death of numerous African Americans by police actions, including those of Dontra Hamilton, Eric Garner, John Crawford III, Michael Brown, Ethel Ward, Legon McDonald, Akai Gordley, Tamir Rice, Antonio Martin, Jeremy Reid, among others. In July, Eric Garner died in New York City after a New York City Police Department officer put him in the chokehold while arresting him. Garner's death has been cited as one of the several police killings of African Americans that sparked the Black Lives Matter movement. In August, during the Labor Day weekend, Black Lives Matter organized a freedom ride that brought more than 500 African Americans from across the U.S. into Ferguson, Missouri, to support the work being done on the ground by local organizations. And in December 2000, that 3,000 people gathered at the Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota, to protest the killing of unarmed black men by police. In 2016, the BLM movement demonstrated against the death of the following African American by police actions: Bruce Kelly Jr., Alton Sterling, Philando Castile, Joseph Mann, Abdirahman Abdi, Paul O'Neill, Corinne Gaines, Sylvia Smith, Deborah Dainer, among others. On July 5th, Alton Sterling, a 37-year-old black man, was shot several times while pinned to the ground by two white Baton Rouge Police Department officers in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That night, more than 100 demonstrators in Baton Rouge set off fireworks and blockaded an intersection to protest Sterling's death. In the same month, NBA stars LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul, Dwyane Wade opened the 2016 ESPY Award with a Black Lives Matter message. Beginning in August, several professional athletes have participated in the 2016 U.S. national anthem. The protest began in the National Football League after a Colin Kaepernick of the San Francisco 49ers sat during the anthem as opposed to the tradition of standing before his team the preseason game of 2016. During a post-game interview, he explained his position starting, I am not going to stand up to show pride in a flag for a country that oppresses black people and people of colors. In 2017, during Black History Month, a Month Black Lives Matter art exhibition was organized by three Richmond, Virginia artists at the First Unitarian Universalist Church. The show more than 30 diverse multicultural artists on a theme of exploring racial equality and justice. On February 10, the BLM movement protested the shooting of Jackie Clemens, which occurred in Nashville, Tennessee on May 12, 2017, the day after the district attorney of Davidson County decided not to prosecute the police officers. The police officers' responsibility of Jackie death. The BLM held a demonstration near Vanderbilt University campus all the way to the residence of Nashville Mayor Leslie. Let's take a look at what happened mostly recently. At the end of May 2020, spread on the rash of racial charged events, major protests were held around the United States due primarily to the police killing of George Floyd. Black Lives Matter movement helped organize a rally in the United States and worldwide on May 30. On the actlivesmatter.com website, it states enough is enough. Our pain, our cries, and our need to be seen and heard resonate throughout this entire country. We demand acknowledgement and accountability for the devolution and dehumanization of Black life at the hands of the police. We call for the radical, sustainable solution that affirm the prosperity of Black life. That's all my presentation. Thank you for your attention. I hope you get a new knowledge and please support Black Lives Matter. For me, all of people deserve to live in this world.